Hey traders, this is Marco. It's Friday and for the first time it's with a camera now. So yeah, for the last couple of minutes I was setting up everything, the light, the camera, and yeah, from now you will see me doing this with a camera. So welcome. It's Friday and there is another bar by bar. Since Mack is not doing this on Fridays, I decided to step in and do this in the style of bar by bar chart analysis. When you're following us, you know it already, how it works. I'm coming to the PC always around 7 in the morning. And what I saw today is this shorter term downtrend here. So I drew this channel and we see a first break of this channel and a retest of the lows. So right now the bias is pretty neutral because we made the retest of the lows. And yeah, let's see how it goes from here. I'm drawing a support line here because you can see prices bouncing off this level a couple of times and we retested the lows. So yeah, I want to see if prices go lower from here or if we reverse and yeah, pull back. So you can see some strong bullish bar here, but this is very congestive, so I'm not taking anything here. Even more congestive. And now we are pushing above the EMA. You can see the color of the chart to the white color. That means the markets are opening. And yeah, I'm drawing a shorter term channel here. Prices go higher, pushing above the EMA without a pullback. So that's a very strong bullish behavior. I'm looking for potential longs right now, like second entry longs right off the EMA. But yeah, prices breaking this shorter term channel for the first time now. And yeah, there's no setup so far. I'm drawing a shorter term channel here. So I would like to see a second entry long of this EMA to retest the highs of the shorter term uptrend channel. We see a first entry long now, pull back. This is a second entry long. And I must say that looks like pretty congestive, but it's a second entry long. So when you are aggressive, you can consider this setup here. It's also a higher low of this strong bullish bar, but yeah, I'm drawing this for you. You can see the congestion here. So whenever this happens, you must be careful because there's no clear bias. But yeah, as I said, if you are aggressive, you can take a second entry long here to retest the highs of the shorter term channel. So let's see how this plays out. Would be into the trade and I think already scalped out. It depends, of course, how many ticks you're going. I think 4 on N6 are already scalped out. For more, it would be critical here. And yeah, you can see also some support coming up here. I'm drawing this. And yeah, prices pretty much go sideways. So whenever there are like a couple of bars going in the like sideways and with no clear bias, I'm drawing some range to see how prices are reacting. And we can see a push lower here. Most breakouts out of ranges fail. You should know this by now if you're following us. And yeah, no setup here. I don't like this bar at all. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see it better. By the way, I hope the setup here is fine. With the size of my picture here on the bottom left and yeah, the background. So you can give me some feedback in the comments if you want, if I should change something or if everything is fine. Yeah, so we're going in this range here and most breakouts fail, so prices come back inside the range, but there is no setup here and we're leaving the range again. Breaking the range to the low side and yeah, breaking out again and another failed breakout here. Maybe the range is even lower, for example like this, but for now I like to play the range like this. No setup bar here because it's an inside bar of this very strong bearish bar. And yeah, we have a lower high here, but I really don't like taking a short now because yeah, it's like so stacked up here. You would go short right into the support of the range. So what I'm doing is like skipping this for now. And yeah, we get a higher low now here. This is interesting because we can see prices break out of the range, come back, forming this like strong bearish bar and letting all the shorts in here. You can see prices tick lower and then suddenly reverse. And you can be sure if prices are breaking above this level here, there are like a lot of stops from the people that went short here. So if you go one tick above this bar here, then that means that many people get stopped. So I would like to risk this setup because I can see that there are many people interesting going short here. Also, if you try this this shorter term downtrend channel here, then yeah, you can see many people see this first break, retest of the lows, but they forget that the context is a range and we are not trading breakouts out of ranges. We are fading breakouts. So yeah, that would be an entry right now to stop all the shorts that are like captured here, getting stopped here. And you can see from the price action movement, this very strong bullish bars, that many shorts got trapped here. So I'm drawing the shorter term channel. You can see this channel here working higher now, like this. Breaking the channel, I'm not sure if it's valid then. Maybe I can adjust it a bit like this. Like this, I like it more. And we are pulling back here. We're testing the breakout area of the range. And this is always a very strong sign that when, for example, prices break out of the range and test this breakout area and then continue the breakout with such a strong bullish bar, then this is like sign that we are leaving the range, that this breakout is like constant and we're going higher here. But there's no setup. You can see this very huge bull bar. We can't take this. This bar has like 24 ticks. So taking a setup on 24/6, that means like there's a huge loss potential. So in general, I'm skipping these kind of huge bars. And we are retesting the highs of this channel here. And yeah, there is a potential second entry long. You can see it here. But the problem here is it's congestion. And we already have a new high in place. So it's too early here to think about the long. So that's why I'm skipping. You would go long directly into the highs here, and there's really no space, not enough space for a scalp, for example. So we're skipping this. And this pretty much looks right now like a spike and channel structure. You know this structure from the videos before. Whenever prices make like a sharp move up and then like trending a bit like flatter like here, then that could be a spike and channel structure. I'm drawing this. By the way, there is a news event around 9 o'clock. That was the consumer sentiment. Always have a look on the news because these events are very important. Never be in a trade. Because imagine you are like long here and this bar 29 ticks goes against you, then yeah, that's very painful. But yeah, prices go higher here. The bias is up right now, so we are looking for longs. But yeah, there's no real setup. Now we get the first entry, second entry long, but I don't like this signal bar. It's too bearish, and now it's congestion. So congestion we skip. And you can draw this shorter term channel here. Maybe it's like this. But yeah, this, like, considering a long here, I think this is too congestive, so it's like not worth taking. So I would just skip this here because you have really no idea. I mean, the bias is up, but with this first break and this stem on the top, and with this like really 6-7 bars stacked up, I think it's not worth risking. So skip this. And now it's really ranging here. You can see, I'm drawing this range for you. There's a higher low here. Interesting, I must say, but I really don't like how this is setting up. It's still in this like mini range, so it's too congestive and there's not enough space to the tops here. So no, I will just like skip this. And we're breaking here and retesting the highs, pulling back. Let me draw this channel like this. Pulling back, finding some support at the EMA, and maybe we can put the spike and channel like a bit wider, like this, for example. Then we have many touches on the lower side, and yeah, without the break yet, because how prices behave here with push after push, there's a potential that we have a bigger structure here. Always look for bigger structures when these smaller ones are played out already. Yeah, so we're going higher from here. No setup because this is no man's land right now. We would like to see a second entry right of the key entry point. The key entry point is always this trend channel or the EMA. So right now there's nothing to consider even. But this gets interesting because you have this new high here. It's a first entry, pull back, second entry long, right of this key entry point. This is very tempting. I know that when you have a double top, you can consider, or you can reset the count here, but you can also count this from 0. So this is the first entry, pull back, second entry. I like this setup because it's right of the key entry point, it's right of the EMA. So we can consider a long here. This bar has 9 ticks, so it's not too much risk involved. I can understand if you say we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 bars here, bear bars coming up. So yeah, if you want to be very short, then skip this setup. But usually second entries within trends are high probability setups. So yeah, I like to take this setup here, and we would be out by now, and we're getting a higher low right now. So if you are not in the trade here already, then for sure I would take a long here on this higher low. This bar here is even smaller than the first setup. I think it's 7 ticks, so it's a perfect risk reward bar. It's finishing perfectly on its high. It's a higher low, like a rejection of this EMA and of this trend channel. So this is a setup to take. And if you reset the count here, then we have the first entry pullback, second entry long. So yeah, this is a clear second entry long by now if you waited here. So yeah, this is absolutely to take. And you can see from the bars that are following, yeah, prices go higher here, strong bullish bars, and we find some support at the midline, ranging here a bit. So let me check. This is fitting well so far. I really like the lower side of this channel, but I don't like too much right now that we are not getting confirmation on the tops. So prices came a bit short here, so we're not touching exactly. So let's see, maybe we have to adjust the channel a bit, but for now it's fine. First entry, second enemy long, but you cannot take a long on this bar here, because this is below the EMA. You can see the stem here, and yeah, in general it's very congestive, so we're skipping this. And is this the first break of the channel? Good question, because if we move it lower like this, then the top side would fit. Hard decision. For now, I will leave it like this, because we're taking it from the lows here and then the first touches. So according to this, we have the first break of this channel structure here, and yeah, prices go higher. Nothing to consider. Pulling back, finding another strong support here at the EMA, because you can see prices drop lower and then all the way up again and finishing above the EMA. So the bias is still up, and also we didn't see a retest of the highs. Here are the last highs. I would like to see ideally a touch of this level here, close to this level, or even a new extreme. But yeah, we're waiting for this right now. There's a higher low, but it's very congestive here. I think you cannot take this because it's flying a bit above the EMA. If it was finishing, I mean like touching the EMA, going lower and finishing like this, a bit like closer to the EMA, then I think it's worth considering. But this is congestion here, it's flying above the EMA, so we cannot take this. And it seems to be the right decision, because they would let you in and stop you out now. And yeah, we're ranging here a bit. So yeah, maybe we draw this range here. Now it's worth to draw this range like this, or even a bit like this. There's a lower high here, but I don't like to take shorts yet, because I would wait for a retest of this high, or if we now push strong below the EMA and stay below the EMA, then I know that there will be no retest of this uptrend channel anymore. But taking a short here, I think it's a bit too early. So skipping this, and we are ranging here, and now we're pushing below the EMA. Maybe we have to adjust the range a bit. So there is a breakout out of this range. Most breakouts fail, as you know. There's a lower high now here, but this is right into the support of the range. And yeah, most breakouts fail in the first attempt, so we're skipping this here. And yeah, going further from here, prices are fighting. You can see it. Prices are fighting a lot. So yeah, right now it's unclear what's happening, but it very much looks like that there will be no retest, because whenever we are approaching this level here, there's a strong reaction lower here. You can see we're approaching this level, reaction, approaching this level, reaction, approaching this level, reaction. Yeah, and now we are going lower here. So maybe the retest is done already. There's a lower high here, but as I said, it's a bit too early still. And if you draw the range like this, we have a touch here, touch here, touch here. So it's like going short directly in the support of the range. So I'm skipping this. This is a potential failure here, but yeah, maybe you can draw it like this. But you would trade now a breakout out of range, and yeah, usually I wait until I take breakouts out of ranges. So I'm waiting here. It would have worked, but I also don't like that it's so far below the EMA. I would like to see it much closer to the EMA to take a setup here. The EMA is a key entry point. And this is interesting now, because if you consider this range here, how I drew it as valid, then this is the first breakout of the range, and most breakouts fail. So there's the higher low here, back to the EMA, but I can understand if you say this is congestion, better not to risk it. If you want to take the short setups, then you have to skip this setup. But yeah, with having the context up here and no clear retest of the extreme yet, and the first breakout out of this range, and most breakouts fail, I would like to take a long here. So I'm marking this. This is a higher low, almost perfect bullish bar, and taking a long here, maximum scalp back to the EMA is enough, and that would be enough. And it proved again, most breakouts fail, coming back inside the range here and trending from here. So we're staying in the middle of the range. There are no setups so far, because in ranges we look for setups right of the range support or right of the range resistance, back inside the range always. We had a first breakout out of the range now, so now it's getting interesting if prices are leaving the range and stay outside the range. So I must be very careful now with considering setups. Prices push strongly lower here. We get a lower high, but this is no man's land. This is a second entry short, but yeah, I don't like this signal bar. I would like to see a red signal bar here, and also it's congestive a bit. So no setup here for me. And we're ranging out. I was a bit too fast now, because if you saw this setup here, if you extend the range and you have this breakout here, pull back, then another push lower and another pull back with this 5-tick bar, you could consider taking a short here. As I mentioned, we already had a breakout here, so this is fine. But yeah, with this strong bullish bar here coming back, also if you extend the range one more time like this, then there was no breakout out of the range yet, and taking a short here, it's very risky. So yeah, I would skip this. But yeah, you can see many traders went short here. So in general, if you keep the range like this and you consider this like prices breaking out here and then retesting the breakout area to go lower, then yes. But with this like support what we have here, let me draw it quickly. I'm careful with going short into that, especially after such a strong bullish bar here. So yeah, we're pulling back. Now there's another potential short, because we are testing this area for the, like, how much is it? Like, if you take it like from here, there's like some strong support, and this support turned into resistance now. But yeah, this shorter term uptrend channel here is in play, and we would like to see a break and retest of the highs first. So nothing to consider here. This is congestion now. But yeah, usually if you see like prices testing breakouts that often, then you can consider taking a short here. But personally, I'm skipping when I have a shorter term uptrend working higher here and it's not broken yet and not retested. So if it was like broken and retest of the highs, everything in one bar, then maybe, but like this, it's so stacked up. You should just like skip this, don't risk it. And you can see live price action here. Prices go higher, and yeah, we have a pullback to DMA. This is also congestion here. You can see like in the last couple of minutes, there is no clear bias, just pure congestion. And yeah, we're going back inside the range. So maybe the range, we have to extend it one more time. I think this is the third or fourth time that I'm extending this range here. But yeah, sometimes it's like this. Price action starts in the smaller structures and then goes step by step into bigger structures. Channels are always progressing. So yeah, I would not be confused, or yeah, if this bigger range here is simply valid. But yeah, we had so many tests of this range support here, so there's a potential we go now to the top side of the range and maybe finally get the retest that I was mentioning earlier here. We're still waiting like a clear retest of the extreme of this green uptrend here. This didn't happen yet. So yeah, it's still possible that prices are retesting this and then reversing. But yeah, that's price action of today. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see the full picture. Great, now my face is in between the charts, so I hope this is fine to see. Yeah, we had this strong push lower, break, couple retests, we found some support here, then a pull back. We spoke about this setup here, aggressive, but it's a second entry long. Retest of the shorter term uptrend channel here. Prices were ranging here, then breaking out, and most breakouts fail. So this was a higher low, but this was a high risk bar, 19 ticks. Consider this if you take a setup, or scale down with your contracts if you take such high risk bars. Then we had the spike and channel structure. I think that the trades of the day are here, right of the key entry point, right of the EMA. This is what we want to see. And like honestly, if you take 1 or 2 trades a day with some nice amount of contracts, then this is enough. You don't need more. Don't overtrade, because this is like simply putting too much pressure on you, and pressure is the biggest stress factor of failing. So don't do this. Prices were trending high here, breaking the channel, making a retest or not, this is not very clear yet, and ranging out from here. We spoke about this setup. Yeah, and from here you saw the rest. So yeah, that's it for the day. Thank you very much for being part of this and following us. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, from now with the camera, I wish you a great weekend, and I hope you had a great trading week. On Monday there's a holiday, so don't be confused if you come and there's no action, no volatility, because it's a holiday on Monday. So yeah, have a great weekend and speak to you next week. See you.